going. Um, this is my first live. Hello out there. Um, I'm going to a couple of things here and I'll be getting started here in just a second. This is actually my first as I said before, my very first live stream, but we gonna do this. I was hoping a few people would be coming in, send out some notices. So even if they don't, we're gonna keep going. Alrighty, so first, I would like to say hello and welcome to my live. I am Coach Regal. I'll give you a little bit of information about myself. I am an Army vet. I was in the Army for 5.5 years. And oops, let me check to make sure you guys can hear me because, quite honestly, this I see everything moving, but I need to make sure y'all can hear me before I go to introducing. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to YouTube. Make sure my phone is turned down. Search. Nope, I don't want that. There we go. Okay, yes, it is working. All righty. There we go. Okay, so it is working and you guys can hear me. All right, so I am Coach Regal, as I said before. I am an Army veteran. Excuse me. Of course, my voice will go out now. I'm an Army veteran. I was in the Army for 5.5 years. I went in to get my college money, got my college money, and got out. Okay. Next, I worked for the federal government at NIH for 15 years. And after the pandemic, I decided it was time to go. Yeah, the pandemic did a lot of awakening for me, um, spiritually, mentally, physically, and it was a big change, but I'm glad I left the federal government. Right now, I am working my coaching business full time, and I do have a part time job, just to bring in ends meet. But for the most part, I am working my coaching business as well as starting my YouTube career here. So that's enough about me. Oh, and tell you about my coaching. I have been coaching for now here for about 6.5 years now. Um, and I got my certification through P4 Coaching Institute out of Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Love Coach Tilda. That's my mentor as well as my own personal coach. She has given me all of the tools that I need to be a great coach, which that I am. But enough about me. So now to get started, I want us to first, before we start talking about spiritual activation and soul activation, um, I would like to go through some breathing exercises with you guys to kind of bring your mind in and clear your mind so that you're ready for the conversation. All right, here we go. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to breathe in for 4 to 5 counts, maybe 8 counts, and then we're going to hold for 4 counts, and then we're going to release for 4 counts. So here we go. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And doing that, it calms your nerves down. It calms you down from your day, from whatever you had going on in the day. It actually centers you and brings you into the room. So now that we have done that, now what we're going to do, let me put my glasses back on here. And we are going to talk about what is spiritual activation or soul activation. So, what I did, which most people do whenever they're doing their research, I wanted to come up I tried to come up with my own definition, but it was kind of hard to put the words together about what spiritual activation is or soul activation. So I went and searched Google because Google is your best friend. And I found some definitions that I kind of judged with me is the way I felt for when I started going through my own spiritual activation. So spiritual activation is is a spiritual awakening process with reconnecting with your most authentic self. This is the purest version of you, free from constraints of society, religion, and social standard. That's the first definition that I found, which for me ring true for when I started going through, really starting to be aware of my surroundings on a spiritual level in a different way. Now, the next definition that I have is activating your soul means connecting with the part of you that is internal, infinite, and wise. It means turning into your intuition and higher guidance so that you can receive messages about your soul and you what to do next in your life. So those were the two definitions that I found. And in finding those definitions, they were very clear for me and they resonated with me because my experience, it started back in 19, wow. Yeah, I could say it started in 19. The first phase of it started in 1999. And that's when I realized that I was not a very positive person. I One particular day, I had left work for my lunch break and I went to Subway like I always do. And I would write poetry during that time. And in writing the poetry, this particular day, instead of me writing the poetry, I decided that I was going to just, let me just read what I have written down here on this paper. And as I was reading, as I was reading the paper and reading my words, I realized, oh, I was not a very positive person. And in realizing that, I read more. I found out about myself, from the words on the paper, that I was angry, that I was not forgiving people. I had unforgiveness. I was just really mad at my mom. I was mad at life. I was really hurting because the relationships that I had been in were not really successful relationships. I always ended up getting hurt and not really understanding why I was getting hurt because I didn't deal with my ish before I got into the relationship, but I learned that at that anyway. I digress, but I'm going to keep going. Here we go. So after reading the poetry and finding out that, dang, Regal, you kind of messed up. I realized I need to go on a healing journey. And that was the first phase of my spiritual activation. I started really seeking and searching my own personal soul to find out what is it that's holding me back from moving to the next phase in my life. So now we're going to move forward several years. We're going to move forward to 2017. 2017 is where I started looking for purpose. I started looking for Yeah, 2017, I started looking for purpose. What am I going to do with my life? Because all I was doing was going my 9 to 5, literally walking like a zombie. I would get up in the morning, get ready for work, brush my teeth, do all that stuff, go downstairs, fix my breakfast. Then I would fix my lunch and then head out and go, do the drive, the hour drive to work every day, work from 7:30 to 3:30 or 7 to 3:30 and get off at 3:30, come home, sit down and rest, make dinner, boom, boom, watch some TV and then go back to sleep. I did that. That's what everybody does. That cycle of just going back and forth and just going back and forth. Excuse me, y'all. My little hair is trying to sleep out here. Oh, well, whatever. But anyway, just going back and forth to work. And it was like literally I was on not even a roller coaster. I was on this straight little line of just doing the thing that society says you're supposed to do. You go to work, you pay your bills, and then you come home and you do it all over again. And in 2017, I started searching for more. I started searching for more, and in searching for more, I realized that I wanted to do something else that was not just everyday work. So I went into entrepreneurship. I tried a few things. I did Tracy Lynn jewelry. I've tried some other things as well. And then I decided to do something a little bit more deeper, which was coaching. So I found a place to get certified. I got certified at People Coaching. And then I kind of moved on. And from that, off and on throughout the years, I would get into my coaching and then I would let it go. Get into my coaching and let it go. But finally, I got into a space around, I think it was, let's see, 2017. Then we hit 2018, I believe, 2018. And I had gone through a whole lot of things and, just life happened. And in this spiritual journey, I started to see numbers consistently. Like I would see 111 or 555 or 222, or I would see these series of numbers, and I'm like, why am I seeing these series of numbers? Okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but as I was going on in this journey, searching for what it is that I wanted to do, I started getting the signs even more so. Clearly, I started seeing synchronicity everywhere. Like I just said, 111, 555, 222, 444, 333, all of the time. All of these numbers are just hitting me, and I'm like, what in the heck is going on? But in the midst of seeing all those numbers, I started questioning my belief systems and just, you know, like for instance, for example, my mother would always say growing up as a kid, girl, money just is, money is tight this month, girl. I got to rob Peter to pay Paul, sayings like, have a window of what a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. And those were limiting belief systems that I had before that I did not realize that that's what it was. And then also belief systems in religion and how I see the world, and just questioning things that I had never questioned before. And just really finding that I'm starting to now connect more with nature. That's another thing, connecting with nature, feeling more connected, wanting to be in nature more, wanting to, like, I would go to the beach. I love going to the beach. Oh, I love going to the beach. I would just go to the beach. I wouldn't even get in, my bathing suit or whatever. I would just go to the beach, take a chair, sit, have all my stuff with me, and I would just sit and dig my feet into the sand. And that would ground me. I started learning about chakras, and I started learning about frequencies and music and healing frequencies and all those different things that will help cleanse and clear your energy. I just went on this journey of just searching, and my whole outlook on the world changed. I realized that one, after, now we're going to move a little bit further. We've got the pandemic here, what is it, 2019, 2020, going through the pandemic. kind of pulling out of it in what, 2022, still kind of going on, 2023, and coming out of the pandemic. And I'm realizing that there's more to life than just the 9 to 5. And trying to figure out how am I going to live my life now that I realize that I can actually live a pretty good life and not have to be in the hustle and bustle of just doing a regular job, regular 9 to 5. I figured out that in order for me to be happy with me and have a balanced spirit, because I had to leave that 15-year job with the federal government. My blood pressure was high, my blood sugar was high, my cholesterol was high, everything was high. And I was like, you know what? I love me more. I love my life more. Panic attacks, stress, anxiety, all that craziness. And I said, nope, boom, gotta go. Gotta go. That was the best decision I could have ever done for myself. So during this spiritual activation, all of these things that I have just discussed were things that I experienced, and it really put me on this journey to spiritual activation. Now, to nurture that spiritual activation, I've done yoga, I've done meditation, I've done development, personal development courses to help really bring me into my personal development, finding out really about myself. And that's just the beginning. There are so many things that you can do. You learn about frequencies, essential oils, learning about the earth and how to balance all of your chakra, because you have 7 main chakras. But then there's also hundreds of other chakras throughout your body that I have learned about, that you could learn about from me. Um, I really wanted to do this live so that I could introduce to people who may be figuring out something's a little different with me. I'm actually seeing numbers all the time. I'm like, why am I seeing 111? And why am I seeing 333 or 444 or 555 or, all these different numbers? And believe you me, you can look those numbers up. They're angel numbers, and it will tell you what you're seeing, what's going on. There's a little bit more to it than just seeing the numbers, okay? Yeah, there's more to it, a lot more to it than just seeing the numbers. But I can help you with that. And if you would like to learn more about spiritual activation, you can find me at I am Coach Regal on all social medias: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, um, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, yes, and TikTok. And also, yeah, that's it. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. You can find me there, or you can email me at hello@regalcameron.com. And then if you want to learn even a little bit more about me, you can go to my website at regalcameron.com. Thank you guys so much for this great conversation. And also, put in the comments if you're experiencing a spiritual activation, or it could be called a soul activation. Let me know what is it that you've learned about yourself, or what is it that you're seeing, what's different around you, how are you feeling. Let me know in the comments, and I will answer, and I will comment. If you have questions or anything like that, I will answer your questions. If you have comments, I will actually check out, I will read your comment, and if I'm going to respond, I will respond to your comments as well. And yeah, that's it. So, wow. May your spirit be blessed and you be at peace. Until the next time, namaste. Bye.